Well, this is a 13-line ground squirrel. In this video, I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to try to kill him. I'll also tell you why I'm not going to kill a wasp nest, a barred owl, a snake, and a Cooper's hawk. All right, back to the 13-line ground squirrel. In a second, you'll see that he's called a 13-line ground squirrel because of the 13 stripes that he has going down his back. No, yeah, that stuff in his mouth? That's insulation from my house, which means he's been in my house, or at least the walls. Yay! So this video is going to explain why I don't just do the sane and rational thing that pretty much anyone else would do in a situation where they had rodents getting into their house. This is why I'm not going to try to kill the squirrel. So it all started when I saw this ball of pink fluff running through my yard. I really wasn't sure at first what it was or where he was going or what he was doing, but it became pretty clear that he had a mouthful of insulation. And of course, the insulation that he had in his mouth had to have been from my house because we live on 3 acres and there really aren't any other houses around. Now, I know pink insulation is not good for ground squirrels, and of course, losing insulation from my house is not good for my heating bills, and holes in my house isn't good for keeping rodents out, so I decided to follow him. So I continued following him, and eventually I figured out where he was getting it from. When I caught him red-handed or pink-mouthed, he gave me this look like he was trying to figure out if I saw him. Yeah, I see you. It turns out he was going under this deck to get into one of the walls from the house from under there. Here's a still shot of the deck. Great, so to find the entry hole, I had to remove the deck. But one complication is this giant wasp nest. All right, time to call pest control, right? Wrong. Remember, this is a video for why I don't kill things. All right, I know what you're saying. It's just a wasp nest. Why wouldn't you just get rid of it? Aren't wasps garbage? First of all, I'm Team Wildlife, so I don't really want to kill anything if I don't have to. Did you know that wasps can recognize faces? Anyway, I digress. Secondly, wasps are pollinators. I mean, maybe not as good as bees, but still. They also feed on other insects, and they're a natural way to control garden pests. And lastly, they're a food source for other animals like birds and spiders. And so that's why I don't kill them. All right, so back to removing the deck. Even if I wasn't going to kill the wasps, I still have to protect myself since they can be aggressive, and if they swarm, their stings can cause anaphylactic shock, like a hospital trip. So I suited up in a Tyvek suit. Don't worry, that's a paint sprayer in my hand. I didn't have a photo of me in the suit for this project, so I just used an old picture because, hey, nothing's really funnier than a regular dude in a Tyvek suit. So I suited up and I took out the deck boards. And as a homeowner special temporary solution, I poured in some gravel to block up the entrance. A+ work, my friend. All right, so that was all a pretty decent amount of work. So let's go back to the question of why I didn't just kill the squirrel. First of all, as I mentioned earlier, I'm on Team Wildlife, so even when they're a nuisance, I don't want to kill them. Aside from that, they also play a beneficial role in the ecosystem. First off, they're a good source of food for other animals like owls and hawks. But they also play an important role in aerating the soil and seed dispersal. Their burrows are even sometimes used as shelter for other animals when they're done with it, like snakes. Alright, this is probably the world's worst footage ever posted of a snake online, but trust me, there's a snake there. Look. Another challenge is that the most common way to kill squirrels is with rodenticide poisons. These were on our property when we bought the house, but they were taken out of use when we took possession. So if a rodent eats the poison and then the owl or hawk feeds on the poisoned rodents, the poison can accumulate in the bird's system and it can harm or kill them. It's not just a hypothetical. This is an owl that I saw on my property, and this is a hawk that I saw just last week from my window. We don't want them to die of poisoned squirrel meat poisoning, do we? So in summary, this is why I don't kill squirrels or wasps or spiders or snakes or owls or hawks. So now you know why I'm not going to kill the squirrel or the other things. Well, thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, please add a comment, like, and subscribe. I'm new at making videos, so I'm always looking for feedback. If you have any notes, just please post them in the comments. Have a great day.